Hello friends, welcome to the channel. Today we are going to discuss how to create PowerShell Azure function. So here we will use Visual Studio Code IDE to create the PowerShell Azure function. Okay, then after creating the PowerShell Azure function, we are going to test it locally whether it's working fine or not. Once we'll make sure that it's working fine, we are going to deploy it into the Azure portal. So all these things we'll see in this video. Let's start with that. So let me open the Visual Studio Code. Okay, so I have already opened it. Click on this Azure button. Okay, and here you can able to see the create new project icon. Okay, click on that button. It will ask you to save the project, like where you want to save your project, right? The E drive, I want to save it, PowerShell demo. Okay, select that, and here is the language you have to select, right? So since we are creating a PowerShell Azure function, let's select the PowerShell option here. Okay, then we need to select the trigger option. Trigger is something that will invoke your Azure function. It's very important thing. So HTTP trigger we are going to choose here. This is the basic one and the most simplest one, but based on your requirement you can use it, whatever trigger you want. Okay, now time being, let's choose HTTP trigger. Okay, here you have to provide a function name which should be unique one. So I'll give you a demo PowerShell function. Okay, click on hit enter. Okay, now you have to choose the authorization label for your Azure function. So it can be function, anonymous or admin. Based on your requirement you can choose it. Time being, I'll choose function here. I'll make it open in current window. Now it started connecting to the PowerShell gallery, and it will start creating the function for you. So you can able to see it's created the Azure function. Okay, and this is the code for that, the default code. Now let's run it and see if it is working fine. So press F5 from your keyboard. You can press F5, or else you can click on this run button and click again here. It will start running. So you can able to see it started running. Yes, so it provided us this URL for our Azure function. Okay, let's copy this URL. Okay, and navigate to the navigate to your favorite browser, and let's try to open that. So once we'll try to run that in the browser, you can able to see it run successfully, and it is telling that this HTTP trigger function executed successfully. And if you want, you can pass a query string parameter. Let's try that as well. Let's try name equal to RAS. So you can able to see hello RAS, this HTTP trigger function executed successfully. Okay, so we are seeing that it's working fine as expected. So till now what you have done is we have created a Azure PowerShell function. Okay, then we have verified it locally that it's working fine as expected. Okay, now the next step is we are going to deploy this Azure PowerShell function into our portal, like Azure portal. Okay, let's see that. Now let's again go to the Visual Studio Code, and here you can able to see deploy to function app is there, right? So once you'll click on this Azure button, okay, here this is the button to deploy the to the function app. Okay, so click here. It's telling that select a function app in Azure. If you have a function app, you can choose that, the existing one. you don't have also, you can create a new one by clicking on create new function app in Azure. I'll click that, and here you have to provide a function app name. I'll provide that demo. Okay, so this should be a globally unique name. Okay, it won't allow otherwise. Then click on enter. Now it is PowerShell 7.0. Select that. Now you need to select a location here. Let's choose a location. So you can choose the location based on your need. Here I'll choose East US. Okay. So once you choose the location, you can able to see it started creating the storage account and all other stuffs that are needed here. Okay, for the deployment perspective. So it will take few seconds. Just wait for that. Now it has created all these stuffs needed like storage account, application insights, etc. Now it started deploying to that particular function app. So now you can able to see the deployment has been completed successfully. So what we'll do is we'll go to the Azure portal and we'll verify if it's actually deployed or not. Okay, let's go to the Azure portal. So open the Azure portal here. So click on this app services. You can able to see here. See this one, my demo PowerShell Azure function app. Okay, this is what the function app we have created. You will click there. Click on the functions. You can able to see this is what our PowerShell function, whatever we have created and deployed it here. So that time we have verified locally whether it was working fine or not. So now here also after the deployments, let's check it is working as expected or not. Okay, click on this function. To test this function, what you can do is click on this code plus test link. Okay, so this is what the default code that has been generated, and the next thing is click on the test/run. Okay, and then click on the run button. So once you will click on the run button, okay, it will show you the expected output. Let's see that. So you can able to see it is showing that response code is 200. Okay, that means there is no issue at all with this Azure function, and the function executed successfully. So if you want, you can pass a query string in the body again. So here we'll try that as well. So I'll pass the name as Raj, then click on the run again. So you can able to see we got the expected output. Okay, now this is the basic PowerShell Azure function, the default one. If you want, you can add your custom code in this file, and from the Visual Studio Code itself you can check locally and you can deploy, you can test it here like in this way. Okay, so this is what for today. I thought to show you how to create an Azure PowerShell function. Okay, and then I showed you like how we have tested that locally, and then also we have done the deployment in Azure portal, and we have verified here also it's working as expected. Okay, thanks for watching the video. If you like the video, kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel. I will upload so many free videos on Azure functionality. You'll have an opportunity to look into that. Okay, thanks for watching again.